All right, everyone, welcome into the Washington State Scholastic Esports Association. I almost messed up my words there. 2022 Spring Valorant, where, of course, today watching Lake Stevens versus Burlington. And Dan, my wonderful co-caster, who do you think is going to be taking this? Because whoever wins this could take the season.
I will say, Zohan, we have seen Lake Stevens play against, I believe it was Woodland last time we did our commentary here, and we saw them absolutely dominate. So I'm definitely leaning towards Lake Stevens. Have not seen Burlington play just yet, but I do understand that they're a very good team as well, also undefeated. So I think we're gonna have a great game here, Zohan.
And we definitely, I mean, Dan, look at these agent selects. Obviously, Lake Stevens going for that double duelist again. And I'm a bit scared, especially when you look at how well I think Burlington's composition is.
Absolutely, absolutely. I see the sky pick especially is a very crucial pick on a map like Breeze. Very open, lots of space to throw out a flash and catch a lot of angles with that blind. That's gonna be offensive.
Can't use it.
There's a sight coming from Burlington. The wall coming in, but actually they don't push through it, and Eclipse was able to get this opening pick and a shock dart as well. 5v3 already. They're going to be backing out of here, but this rotation might not work out for them.
Right here.
Yeah, right now they do seem to be backing up quite a bit, likely going for a bit of a rotate maneuver here. They might be caught off guard.
Yeah, oh, maybe indeed. Calling Philippe
One enemy remaining.
spots them at least, and actually,
down,
yeah, they're
attack
rotating too
respawn.
slow. They just kind of get peaked immediately. And Lake Stevens, it's all up to Raymond here, and they're just coming in like a swarm. I'm waiting. Come on, get it. Come on, there we go.
Oh man. We're starting off with a flawless here, Zohan, for Lake Stevens. That's only reinforcing my prediction here that they might be the dominant team going to this, but we don't know just yet. I don't want to jump the gun. But off rip, that 1-0 now, and they just held that cave down. Like the smokes certainly were not enough to cover off the site and get in, especially by that main default plant area by the right pyramid from the attacker side point of view. It was just immediate shots coming down from the chamber. Efux, he just decimated them there, and they couldn't move in.
Yeah, no, indeed, and especially ZD tried to put up a wall, tried to go in early, but they didn't really push off of that. Didn't seem like there's any initiation, and we'll see how it goes. And now it's going to be a bit of a default knife into A. Of course, I'm looking at 2 on B, but with Lake Stevens already kind of prepared, I don't think it's going to matter too much. FX going in with the single headhunter. Can they get anything with it? No, backs out of there, but I think it has to move away just enough that they hear the sound cue, so they know someone is there. I'm sorry, we weren't even looking. Honor just goes down instantly to call me Philippe. They're trying to rotate around towards B. This may not work out for them. They already have confirmation that a couple were on B, so they're not moving. We have Lake Stevens just staying there. They're waiting for anyone to push in. What? Okay, well, that single headhunter worked out beautifully for them. Now the site can come in. The judge gets 1, but not going to be enough. 3v3, and this retake for Lake Stevens should be immediate for them. Call me Philippe with the sheriff still. Maybe able to get 1, maybe not going to get anything with it. They're just going to be holding there. Curtis comes in, peaks 1. I think they have the location of ZD under control, but Yo Mama just gets 1 with the sheriff, and ZD gets another. So now it is all up to Eclipse, and I think Eclipse knows where everyone is. Nice headshot there. 1v1, all up to Yo Mama and Eclipse. Knife in will confirm that location, so they know where they are. But can they get the kill? As long as they get the kill, Lake Stevens will go up 2-0 in this. They have to do it now, and they do! And Lake Stevens will go up 2-0, Dan.
That was dramatic, to say the least. The shot from Efux coming straight into the B side there, the immediate headshot. It was terrifying, frankly to see that. I was surprised, but it did initiate that push there. Unfortunately for them, Eclipse is a bit too much of a gamer, very aware as well, and they just shut it down once again. It was a very close round, but they were too much. And that judge pick, especially using a judge in that situation, is very powerful, Zohan, because being able to hold down any kind of angle like that the moment they run through, the amount of damage that comes out as well is just appalling. I really think they should nerf that weapon, I'm not gonna lie, but now 2-0 going to this next one.
did they already nerf the judge?
I honestly, I couldn't tell you, so hot. I really, it doesn't feel like they have. If that's a nerfed version, then I'd hate to go back and see what the original one was.
Yeah. No, indeed. But now, Lake Stevens on a bonus round. So, even losing that early pick off there, I'm not too concerned. They keep going for it as well. It's almost like ZD's trying to play controller as this duelist. And the Vandals are just going to outrange everything, including a Sheriff and a Marshal, of course. So, okay, I'm sorry, but Call Me Philippe in the back line gets that nice headshot there, maybe able to get it more, and actually it is going to. It's just going to be, it's gonna still be incredibly hard for them, but maybe there's a chance they flash in, doesn't get anything for it, picks up this Vandal, flashed, not even gonna see FX from behind. And Burlington, I mean, honestly, taking out 2 in your bonus is better than nothing.
Absolutely. Going to that next round, while they did win it, they did eventually get on site. I gotta say, Raymond, the way that Raymond is smoking off on A site is confusing to me. He's not covering the main angles, I believe. He does get that middle in between the 2 pyramids, but that default position, it's very easy for them to just swing out there without anyone being prepared. And I noticed that caused them some issues going to that first round. It did work out this time, but I do suspect that they're gonna have to switch that up a bit.
Indeed. Oh, that was a nice flash onto B. ZD was able to follow it up, but that acid pit slows them down, and Budget Bro just peeks and gets 2 immediately. I think saw Raymond, but was not expecting ZD just to come from behind. So yeah, it's even, but look at this. FX so low. Dippity stuns themselves. It happens. It happens.
It happens to the best of us. It's fine.
Yeah, it does happen to the best of us indeed. And okay, well, Curtis. Okay, so they molly onto site, but that also reveals so much of their location, and Dippity can't finish those off. ZD, oh no.
Almost
ZD's
going down
1
to that
HP.
Last player standing.
Oh, it looks away. Damn, they're looking away. They don't know where Curtis is 100 HP in a dream, basically. Oh,
Enemy remaining.
oh. Okay, they have to finish up. Just get this one, and I don't know if they have enough time. They don't, but they clear out everyone, so it's gonna be tied. I don't know what just happened there.
Dippity. Oh my gosh. Wow. Dippity starts off hitting himself, hitting himself with his own concussion, and then going to the next one, XD. Then proceeds to hit Raymond with his own concussion right before he goes down from behind from Curtis. That retake, it was a very solid attempt from Curtis. Unfortunately, he didn't quite move fast enough to find those frags that were hiding a little bit. But it was a very close one. And now 2-2 for Burlington. I am liking their engagements here. They're playing a little bit safer, Zohan. And I think that's netting them a few more frags than before in order to actually get onto the site.
You want to play?
I like that they're playing a little bit slower.
You can say that again. I'm still waiting for them to do anything. Door to War's gonna be popped out. Recon Bolt actually reveals a lot, I think, of their location, but yeah, it doesn't matter when you just have Emperor Palpatine laser beams. And of course, we have Kylo Ren joining us for today on the cast.
Whoa.
And
NDA.
Hey, they don't know. We
don't need context. It's fine.
We don't need context. What's context? I just call you that anyway. So this retake's gonna be really fast. They're gonna be clearing it out, and a nice headshot there. But the classic, too strong, and they should be picking up weapons. And third for Lake Stevens.
Yeah, it's definitely it's interesting to see what's going on here. I feel like I'm a little bit lost. I feel like they get onto the side, the bomb gets planted, and then everything just becomes a blur. The speed at which everyone goes down just from these random off angles. I'm not seeing a lot of utility usage from either side outside of like neon, outside of like a molly every once in a while from someone like Budget Pro, and then maybe a concussion or two from the neons either hitting themselves or their teammates. It's it's definitely a bit of a back and forth here going into this next round. Like you said, now 3-2 for Lake Stevens. They do have the lead, so if my prediction holds through, you do owe me $20. I made that rule up just now, and if you don't abide by that, I might rage. We're gonna push into the B now.
Yeah, it's gonna be B. The Seekers actually, I don't think getting too much done since they were just able to take a lot of them out. It does reveal at least where a couple players are. Trades coming from both sides, but now Burlington gonna be down 1 into this, of course, and not at least now they've used actually basically all their ults here, Dan. Besides this, strike, this orbital strike here coming into mid. Oh, they're playing so passively. It seems to work out for them sometimes, but now they're starting to get caught off. ZD's running around, I think, in T-spawn. I don't know what's going on there with that. Smoke's coming into mid, and it doesn't seem like they want to push into sites there. They just want to kind of rotate towards A.
I'm certainly noticing that. Yeah, it's definitely the slower play might be causing them some issues here. Now it started to work out at first, but now they're caught off guard too easily.
Left.
They allow the opposite side to rotate too quickly.
Or you just have Raymond kill everyone, it seems.
You know what? I spoke too soon.
That's fine. That's also very doable. But now, Lake Stevens can come in with a couple different ults. Null Factor, maybe a play here. Maybe to shut down the smoke. ZD gonna already sees the gun. Eclipse doesn't look the right way. Dippity trades it out, but throws the stun a little bit too early. An orbital strike onto point. This may allow them to get it. I actually don't think that's fast enough. But they did do it on point, so they're gonna get it. Okay, well,
There they go, their retake. I mean, like I said, I stood corrected at first. I mean, I said that they're rotating like way too quickly, like Lake Stevens is. And then Raymond proceeded to pick up 2 frags immediately. So maybe letting them rotate early is a good thing if you can hit those shots, but doesn't end up working out in the end. He was so low as well. Dippity was so low. Raymond was so close to finding that last frag and winning out that round for his team, but unfortunately, it's not quite going to work out in that scenario. It's just, again, the slow play just does not seem to be doing it for them anymore. It caught him off guard just one time they're so on, but now, especially looking at how their economy's forming, Burlington just can't seem to keep up.
yeah, and it seems a bit of a miss buy there too. Raymond goes for the Bulldog heavy armor comparatively to everyone else just going for a Shiko round. And now that's effectively going to ruin the economy. They don't have any money. But with Curtis going down first, they might be able to pick up a gun, push onto A, and do something with it. But nah, doesn't seem like they're going to. Hey, but okay, Budget Pro just gets one looking mid for just a second. And I'm sorry, Dan, did you just see that too? That FX had 2 TPs right next to each other.
Down A.
I did. I wasn't
really
going to say anything
confused.
about it at first. I just going to let it slide, but we are going to have to call that to attention. It might be a secret strat that we don't know about. He could be Radiant for all we know.
It's the secret strat.
I'm not going to say anything in case I'm the guy who's in the wrong. But it doesn't seem like I am. Budget Pro proving that he's actually the guy in the right there. Finding that last frag. Now 5-2 for Lake Stevens. Sohan. They're clearly taking advantage of Burlington's slow play style here. At this point, still, even now, their economy is still not perfect. They don't have a full buy just yet. Raymond is going to be the one carrying the spike, and I guess it makes sense. He does only have a Bulldog and light armor. I do think that might be enough if they start to play some more off angles here, start to be a little bit more creative with how they advance, and maybe even a little bit quicker. But I'm suspecting we're going to see a bit of a pattern going to these next couple rounds. So on.
Yeah, no, especially in Burlington, going to have a bit of a rough buy, especially since they lost that previous round. Push on to B. That's an early pick. Where did Eclipse even go down? No, that was just, they were just looking onto A and just got picked off immediately. This Viper Spit will force them away, I think, from A, or towards A, excuse me. And actually, that's not going to be the way to go. Now, 2 on B for Lake Stevens, and the rest just, I think, waiting for whoever wants to come out.
It does seem like Lake Stevens is actually getting a little bit bored. They're just swinging things now. And I think that actually costed them in that round. They started swinging things and losing fights, especially mid when there's just so many players that are watching the same angles and stuff. It's very likely to die, just like Honor just did right there. Just wasn't prepared for that mid swing, and now Dippity can take it.
Divinity gets one, not going to get that second, so it's all up to Budget Pro, who doesn't look in the right direction. Burlington get their third, so 5-3. And I mean, honestly, I don't think it's out of the question, Dan, for it to go 5, 6-6, 7-5, or even Burlington.
I see that, absolutely. It's certainly a possibility. The thing is, I think Lake Stevens might now learn their lesson. Like I said, I think they're getting a little bit bored with Burlington's slow play style, and they're wanting to get some fights and some action in, but it's clearly not working out the best for them. And I think they're going to learn pretty quickly that they just need to hold down the sites and wait for them to take their time, because that clock will tick down for Burlington. And at a certain point, they're going to have to advance more so than they already do. So from that point on, I think Lake Stevens is going to play back a little bit more, a little bit less aggressive, but the ult will come through and maybe force something to happen soon.
Yeah, indeed. And okay, this null factor going to be used to actually shut down the ultimates from ZD, and I think ZD has to back out of there. And yeah, look at that, just runs away, doesn't want to push into that null factor, is trying to go for B and is going to lose the ult, sadly, trying to run away. XD, excuse me, thank you. And so, it's slow again, fast pace, but then instantly slows down. Yo Mama peeks from mid, goes down, double stunning from both sides. Deputy reveals the location. Maybe they're gonna get something from it. No! Gets one, but look at that, they got two from holding site by themselves. Now the retake from Lake Stevens going to be even faster here. Hunter's Fury used, I think clips one maybe, but doesn't even matter since XD goes down. Call me Philippe, getting two again. FX all by themselves and gonna be clearing it up.
Like I said, the moment they started playing a little bit slower here, instead of taking fights, they were able to actually catch Burlington out. A great ultimate coming through as well from Eclipse that did shut down the A push immediately, despite XD having that ultimate in hand. He was immediately disabled right there, just like at the end of the Return of the Jedi. Palpatine thrown straight down the shaft, and that kept them from pushing into that site there, and they had to immediately rotate down to B, and they were already fully set up. Call me Felipe, Fani too. They were just prepared now, and it seems like they're going to play that way for the rest of the game, most likely, unless they get bored again.
That seemed pretty boring.
And he got bored again.
Honestly, obviously it's like we're looking at it from a different perspective, but if that was, if they had stunned in there, that could have worked. I mean, that could have easily done a lot more. And now Call Me Philippe, I think, with the double bamboozle flank, misses all the shots. Never mind. Look at that. They're mad themselves. They're shaking their camera. And they don't even get Yo Mama there. Oh, there's a joke in there somewhere. There's a joke in there somewhere. Oh, and yeah, now it's all up to Curtis in a 1v4. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's likely here. Curtis does want to make something happen. I don't know if he knows about mid, though. I don't know if he knows about Yo Mama hiding there.
Oh, such an easy pickoff.
Big blind coming through from Yo Mama. Yeah, I mean, another round for Burlington now 6-4 in the favor of Lake Stevens. I gotta be honest, I'm struggling to keep up right now. These advanced strats, the way that they're playing, it's beyond me at the moment here. Going every single time they push into a site, they seem to just maybe get one or two and then back out, and it's always off of the back of Lake Stevens getting a little bit too aggressive on this defense side. So they definitely seem to be an attacking favorite team, and I think that they might show that going into the next half.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, if they're up going into that second half, I'm going to actually be maybe a little concerned for Burlington if this is an equal. Eclipse gets one, and XD was not looking in the right direction right there. They now see where everyone is, and they're running in and just wanting to run and gun everyone, and the spray battle of the century, I guess. But they drop Spike. Okay, now they don't have Spike, and they have to sit there all by themselves as everyone just waits for them.
I was already feeling it, but now without the Spike, this really is just a game of deathmatch. So on. I don't know what else to say about this. It's just becoming, especially Lake Stevens on the defensive side, again, being more aggressive than Burlington here, pushing after them, jumping straight out of the vent as well, like it's Among Us. They immediately found that frag in mid, and XD was just not prepared for it. And because of that, now it looks like they're going to have to take another round here. Somehow, like Stevens seems to be on almost a retake despite holding the spike.
30 seconds left.
Can you say that it was a sus maneuver?
I could absolutely say that it was a sus maneuver, Zohan. Definitely suspicious.
It was sus, man. And Deputy's so low, actually might be able to get taken out, and does. And Yo Mama was just waiting there, so they're going to be able to pick up Spike and actually should have time to plant. So what seemed to be Lake Stevens' round is all of a sudden going to be a 1v2 retake. And it's going to all be up to Eclipse here. We know that they're backside, nice flash in, and actually that's going to confirm everything that they need to know. They know where Eclipse is. Knife even just to deny their flashes. And,
he doesn't have any util anyway.
They don't know that. Gets one.
That's true.
Maybe gets two. Gets two. Gets two. Oh, the reload of the Sentry kills them.
Oh man, 4v2 as well for Burlington. Lake Stevens again had the spike and then proceeded to just start peeking, despite having the clock running down. I don't know anymore, Zohan, and the economy as well starting to fall apart a little bit for Lake Stevens, but it is going to be the last round. They do have enough money to win out this round. If it continued from here, Dippity would be looking pretty broke. He does also only have light armor as well as Felipe, but I do suspect that maybe now they're going to retain the position as a defense side, pushing into this one as well. Not quite going to hit anything with that scan, so they aren't going to confirm any position here into A. Oh, but they will confirm it in mid. Curtis catching him out. And it's going to be another slow play here, Zohan.
Slow indeed. I was eating a gummy worm the whole time you were talking, actually.
How was that? What flavor? Brand Haribo, maybe?
It's like, it's like Black Forest.
Ooh. Oh, I've heard of those. Yeah, very organic, supposedly.
Yeah, very good. They're like made with
They can put
real
whatever
fruit
they
juice.
want on the bag, though. Who knows?
You know, it's going to be 4v2. They're kind of basically pinched at this moment, so it's all up to them. And Lake Stevens going to go up 7-5.
Absolutely. Going into this next half, Lake Stevens proving that they're a very aggressive team, even on defense. So now that they're on the attacking side, I do think we're going to see quite a bit of aggression, especially from players like Call Me Philippe and even Curtis on the Sova. Not a duelist, but he does like to get his hands dirty. So I'm definitely excited to see that going to this next round. Seems we're going to have a lot of people on B as well for Burlington. 3 players on B. They're expecting a push in there, but they would be wrong because it seems like Lake Stevens will be going A. And it's going to be a fast A as well, I can imagine. An immediate scan coming out from Eclipse here. I'm going to see it. I'm expecting to see XD immediately losing all of his abilities. And he won't be able to run out immediately nor stun anything pushing into the site. And it might just be a bit of an overrun here. That's my prediction, Zohan.
Yeah, there's
the
that
scan.
is definitely
He's disabled.
Pushing in. Are they going to get XD? No! XD is too fast, but they're going to get that plant in. XD trying to rush around and gets another headshot. What? Nice. That was actually very nice to see. Eclipse being coupled, not going to get anything from there. 5v2, still actually very doable for them, especially taking out 1. Are they going to get 2? No. Flash in, doesn't get anything left. They're looking at the wrong case, but no! They try to go for some silly play, doesn't work out for them. And Lake Stevens going to be taking the pistol round again.
Just when XD thought he had it. He got those 2 frags. He was looking strong. He was looking high. Even after the disable that was foretold in the books, he still managed to find those frags. But at a certain point, he got a little bit greedy, started swinging around a little bit, and it did unfortunately have him get caught out when he was by Orange by an immediate swing from default there by Curtis, finding 3 there at the very minimum. And it really did save that push for them. Great attempt, though, by XD from Burlington as well. But that's going to be another round going into Lake Stevens' bag there. And they are going to buy up as well. They now have the Spectres and the light armor at the least, and the arrow's going to come out. It's going to be another push here onto A. The immediate rotate comes through, and Dippity has already found one. Here we go, Zohan. Efux found. It's looking scary.
It is, and they're going to get the plants in. Okay, they did get Efix. I was a bit worried there for half a second. Plants coming in. 4v2. And Dippity is so... Oh, excuse me, not Dippity, but... Oh, that was That was a nice shot. What? They just got the classic kill there from long distance.
Chris Kyle over here with the classic American Sniper. I like it.
Last player standing.
It's not gonna last a long time. Yeah, you had to pull it back there all of a sudden. So it's all up to Anra. How are they going to get it? Nope, not going to get it at all. But I mean, taking out 3 in a bonus or in effectively a force fire round is nice.
Yeah, it's definitely going to hinder what they can buy going to the next one, but it's likely not going to be enough to really shut them down. It's going to be mostly a bonus here for Lake Stevens once again. Now they have another round in the books, 9-5, and they're really just going to try to bolster their economy going to these next ones. Some rifles, the majority rifles coming out. Raymond has a Bulldog, not a main rifle, and now a Spectre actually trying to save a bit of money. I guess he's lost out a bit. 4 and 11 will likely do that to a man, but. Going to the next one, it looks like it's going to be another A push. Lots of people in mid as well, so we'll see how Burlington can handle it for like the 3rd time in a row. So on.
Yeah, how are they going to do it indeed? And XD gets one. Oh, they can't finish it off, so now they're going to know where XD is, but not going to be looking away. Plant will be happening, especially with this wall there, cutting off a lot of sites. But they try to push past the wall, it seems. It's still, remember though, this is still a bonus for Lake Stevens. Mostly, I think I did actually see a couple of phantom buys, which makes me a bit concerned. Now Lake Stevens going to be pushing in here, and calmly Philippe just walks right into the head of the headshots of XD. Excuse me, I'm messing up my words. What Budget Pro? Is Budget Pro doing the budgets of the central? No way. No way is this not doable. This can't be doable. If Budget Pro wins it here. Oh. But wait, is it too late? Surely they have it. I think they have it.
No, he has it. He definitely has it. Oh man, the dream was alive for a moment there. Zohan, Budget Pro. You found 3.
That was a budgeting move there.
Absolutely. Marshall, a very cheap buy, but he showed great value. Got great value out of it, I should say, there. Beautiful shots coming out from Budget Pro. Wasn't quite enough, unfortunately, and that will be a round into Burlington now, which they desperately needed. Zohan now 9-6 in the favor of Lake Stevens, but I do think off of that kind of momentum, they might be able to start to mount something, but with their current economy, only 1 rifle on Yo Mama with light armor as well. I don't know if it'll be enough. The immediate scan comes through, but pushing onto this B site here, I think they're going to have a bit of an overwhelming weaponry selection. So.
I think they're indeed, especially that.
I gotta stop talking. Clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm just waiting for another hit to come off, and just so I can be like, "Hey, Dan, you said this."
Running low.
Okay, so they're palpitating from a distance. And actually gonna be losing.
Just a couple little zaps peeking out for a second.
I don't think I've ever seen
just
that.
to tickle him a little bit.
Like, burp. I've never seen that before in my
Now
life.
your soundboard might come in handy. You might have to run
Just burp. Just
That's brilliant.
okay, Viper's
Budget Pro
coming in
is
though. So that now they're gonna have a nice secured site onto B, especially with Coleman Philippe getting 1. So 4v4, it's even right now, but the health is in the favor of Lake Stevens, especially with that rifle advantage. And yeah, they can't do anything much there. Coleman Philippe getting 2, should be getting a 3rd. No, doesn't, actually gets headshot there.
I'm a good shot.
All up to FX, nice headshot to start us off, but they have to push in to the Viper's pit, which is still going to be available and alive for them. They could pick up a nice rifle to push in, and honestly, I mean, it's worth dying here, right, Dan?
I would definitely say it is, given their current economic standings here. But if he does get a rifle, he might be able to get out with that. I don't want to say it would not be worth dying anyway. A bit of a cut.
It's too late now, but
that was odd. But definitely too late now. Keeping that rifle will come in handy, but another round win for Lake Stevens, and that's only going to keep their economy standing even stronger here. For the most part anyway. Dippity doesn't seem to be doing so hot, but a buy could come through from another teammate, and it seems like it has. And now they do all have rifles there. Efux does does have a bit more money to be going to the next round as well. If he does get a couple of frags, he might even be able to get his ultimate of the Tour de Force. But I'm not sure it's actually going to be enough here to continue holding on to these sites. Sure, they have the same levels of weaponry, but the dominance and the aggression from Lake Stevens just always seems to get them in here, Zohan. The scans, the information that they gather off rip just allows them to push in and decimate a lot of the time. Despite attempts from XD to find some frags, he does often find a little bit, but it's not always enough. And now going to this next one, Zohan, I think we're going to see a little bit more slow play. a lot of little peaks coming through. A little bit of tap firing as well.
Yeah, but Dippity gets one. I don't think they confirmed where the rest. I think they might have been able to actually see Yo Mama. So this does actually just cause them to start rotating away. Homie Fluke a little too slow, but gets traded out instantly. Now it's all up to Yo Mama for the 1v3. Probably not going to be working out in their favor. They could do Seekers if they really want to. But this is going to be putting Lake Stevens surely one away from match point. And I mean, they have a chance. Never mind.
No.
Oh, does no, goes down to 33 HP. And actually, it's going to invest the Seekers just to confirm the location. It's not going to be doing. They peaked a little too early at Budget Pro. Our budgeting champion going to be clutching it out there.
Budget Pro does get his revenge there. Last time he had a 1v1 against Yo Mama, it didn't work out. He had that Marshall, but now he had a Vandal, and he proved that he could make some work with it there. Budget Pro winning out another round for Lake Stevens. Great attempt, though, from Yo Mama, swinging to find the second player there that was flanking up behind him. Dippity removed. It would be great reaction time coming out from him. And it was almost a clutch up. The dream was alive, but it was unfortunately dashed for Burlington. Now 11-6 for Lake Stevens. And now it's actually going to be a B push. We often see A from them, but they are trying to switch it up a little bit. Oh, I was going to say they mostly avoided the scan, but their rain unfortunately does get hit by that. Give a bit of info, but it's not going to last. Curtis as well. Trying to find something, but it doesn't work out here, Zohan, and they're already on. Oh my god.
Very fast for them. Lake Stevens going to be planting, popping the Palpatine there. Call Me Fluke gets one, gets out of there with the TP. And of course, oh yeah, they're just going to be running in and Palpatining them. And now it's going to be all to Your Mama. And now we're going to be going to match point.
Oh man.
Match point.
You know, it's not really fair when you have Darth Sidious on your team, to be fair. It's not exactly even when you have a Dark Lord of the Sith carrying. Yeah, going into this next one, we are at match point now, and we'll see if Dippity can continue his tear along with Philippe always having his back. And it looks like it might be another B push from them. And Burlington just has fallen apart for the most part here, and they only have one player on B at the moment. Everyone else is on A. They're really expecting it. They're going to turn out to be wrong here, Zohan.
Yeah, it's going to be rough, especially since this is match point. And no, they're walking away. I think that confirms something was there. But sight is going to be clear for them. Call Me Philippe lurking around. Should be getting one. I think maybe it actually reveals their location, but they... Oh no, they're just on site already. They're just clearing out everyone. Yo Mama has to do the incredible work, the incredible miracle needed to happen. A nice flash onto Yo Mama. Gets Dippity. So 3v3, but Onrad I don't think is in a position to get rezzed. I don't think they're going to be able to get res them, so no. So it's basically 2v1 now, all up to FX. You have to win this here to take Lake Stevens to anything, and they get one, 30 HP. Eclipse versus FX. They start the defuse and not going to be clearing it out. And Lake Stevens, once again, Dan, after we watch it, are going to be taking this game 13-6 against Burlington. I don't know the overall score, but honestly, if that was supposed to be, you know, two of the favorites, I think, coming into this, I think that solidifies Lake Stevens as the overall main contender.
I got to agree. Lake Stevens, very, very aggressive team. They showed that Burlington just could not keep up. They always got into the site immediately, instantaneous frags as well. And the moment that happened, they just didn't even have time to rotate. Burlington unable to get to the site in time to put some pressure on. Yo Mama was putting in some work there. I won't deny that. The flash is coming through as well. Great blinding ability and kept them from being able to see, and he could just swing at him and find those frags. But even that wasn't enough to keep them in that match, and it was just very dominant from Lake Steve and so on. And that does solidify them as kind of being the GOAT of this league at the moment.
That is it for us today. That has been it for us for the Washington State Scholastic Esports Association Week 6. We'll see you next time.